My beloved child, pause for a moment and feel this energy reaching you right now, because this message did not find you by accident. There is a reason your heart feels alert, your mind feels restless, and your soul feels like it's standing at the edge of something powerful. Someone connected to you is holding back words that are heavy with joy, and they are struggling not to speak them yet. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has already begun moving closer. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to say will change the way you see the last few days of your life. The delays, the silence, the unanswered moments were not rejection or loss. They were preparation. Behind the scenes, a situation that once felt stuck has shifted suddenly, and the person you are linked to knows it. They have been rehearsing this news in their mind, imagining your reaction, smiling when no one is watching. Pay attention now, because this is where it gets intense. The good news is not small, not ordinary, not something that happens twice. It's the kind of news that closes an old chapter forever and opens a door you thought was sealed. It carries relief, validation, and a sense of finally. This is why your intuition has been restless, why your dreams feel louder, why your emotions rise without warning. Something huge is waiting for you. Understand this deeply, the person bringing this news has been through pressure to protect it. They didn't want to speak too early and ruin the moment. They wanted certainty, proof, a clear sign that everything had aligned. And now it has. What they are about to tell you confirms that the waiting was worth it, that the struggle was not in vain, and that your name was spoken in rooms you never entered. Right now, energies are rearranging in your favor. What was once uncertain is now solid. What felt delayed is now inevitable. This news carries long-term impact, not just excitement for today but stability for tomorrow. It touches your confidence, your direction, and your belief in yourself. This is not luck. This is alignment. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay present, because the moment of revelation is closer than you think. The message may come suddenly, casually, or at a time you least expect, but when it does, you will feel it in your chest before you understand it with your mind. You will realize why everything had to unfold exactly the way it did. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Receive this with gratitude and strength, because you are ready now. You were prepared quietly, patiently, powerfully. The good news is real, it is confirmed, and it is already on its way to you through the right person, at the right time. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. My beloved child, what you felt in the last moments was only the surface, because the depth of this message goes far beyond excitement. There is a silent confirmation happening right now that you cannot see, but you can feel. The universe has already stamped its approval, and that is why your chest feels heavy and light at the same time. This is the calm before a powerful emotional wave. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the truth most people never realize. Good news doesn't arrive loudly at first. It arrives as pressure, as anticipation, as a strange inner knowing that refuses to leave. The person connected to you has been carrying this secret like a flame in their hands, careful not to let it burn out or spread too soon. Every time they thought of you, their certainty grew stronger. This news changes how you move forward. It repairs something that was cracked by doubt. It restores faith where confusion once lived. What is coming to you confirms that you were right to hold on, right to trust your instincts, and right to not give up when it felt easier to walk away. This is not just good news, this is validating news. Something huge is waiting for you. Feel this carefully now. The timing was delayed not to test you, but to protect you. If this news had arrived earlier, you wouldn't have been ready to receive it fully. You have grown. You have shed old fears. You have learned patience. And now, the moment meets the version of you who can handle its impact. The person bringing this message is emotionally invested in how it lands on you. They want your smile, your relief, your reaction. They want to see your eyes light up because your happiness completes the story for them. This connection is mutual, balanced, and purposeful. Nothing here is accidental. Right now, unseen doors are closing behind you for good. Old timelines are dissolving. What once blocked you no longer has power. When this news reaches you, it will feel like stepping into a new reality, one where things finally make sense and flow without resistance. Something huge is waiting for you. Receive this message with calm confidence. You are safe, supported, and guided. What is meant for you is arriving without force, without struggle, and without loss. Trust this moment. Trust yourself. The good news is real, and it is already unfolding. Amen. My beloved child, now the energy sharpens, because this is where everything turns undeniable. The signs you ignored, the feelings you questioned, the moments you brushed aside as coincidence were never random. They were fragments of a bigger picture forming quietly. Right now, that picture is complete, and the person connected to you can feel it pressing against their chest, urging them to speak. Something huge is waiting for you. What's coming is not only good news, it is corrective news. It fixes a misunderstanding, clears a shadow, and replaces confusion with clarity. You are about to understand why certain conversations never happened, why certain answers never came on time. Silence was not absence. Silence was strategy. Silence was protection. This news carries weight because it reshapes your self-worth. You are about to realize that you were chosen, considered, and prioritized even when it didn't look like it. Decisions were made with you in mind. Paths were adjusted because of your presence. This is why your soul refused to let go even when logic said otherwise. There is a sudden shift happening now. Momentum that was stalled is accelerating. What once felt heavy now feels inevitable. The person who brings this message has crossed a point of no return. They are no longer asking if, only, how, and when. That is power. That is certainty. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay emotionally steady, because when the message arrives, it may feel unreal at first. Your mind may question it, but your heart will recognize it instantly. You will feel a release, like a breath you've been holding for too long. That moment is not weakness. That moment is truth arriving. Understand this clearly, this news opens doors beyond what you expect. It is a starting signal, not an ending. New conversations, new stability, and a renewed sense of direction follow immediately after. What felt like delay was actually alignment catching up to you. Receive this part with calm faith and grounded strength. You are exactly where you need to be. The connection is intact. The message is confirmed. The timing is precise. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. My beloved child, now we move into the moment where truth gains a voice, because what has been forming silently is ready to be expressed. The atmosphere around you is changing, even if you can't explain how. You may notice people behaving differently, opportunities appearing unexpectedly, or emotions surfacing without warning. These are not distractions. These are signals. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a realization happening on the other side of this connection. The person who holds this good news has reached clarity after confusion, confidence after hesitation. They understand now that delaying this message any longer would only delay destiny itself. What they know carries relief not just for you, but for them too. Speaking this truth frees both sides. This news is powerful because it corrects a past imbalance. It returns energy you once gave away. It restores fairness where effort felt one-sided. You are about to see that nothing you invested emotionally was wasted. Every moment of patience built the foundation for what comes next. This is why the outcome feels earned, not accidental. Right now, something internal is unlocking within you. Old fears lose their grip. Doubt weakens. You begin to sense your own strength returning. This message doesn't just bring happiness, it brings grounding. It tells you that you can trust your journey again, that your intuition was guiding you correctly all along. Be aware of how suddenly this shift may arrive. The delivery might be simple, even quiet, but its impact will be loud inside you. One sentence, one confirmation, one reveal, and everything changes. The weight lifts. The confusion dissolves. The waiting ends. Something huge is waiting for you. This is also a moment of alignment between timing and readiness. You are no longer the version of yourself who questioned your worth. You are stronger, calmer, and more aware. That is why this message meets you now, not before. Growth always comes before reward. Receive this calmly and fully. Let it settle into your heart without fear. You are protected, supported, and guided through this transition. What is meant for you is arriving without resistance. Trust the unfolding. Trust the connection. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. My beloved child, this is the phase where destiny tightens its grip, because what is coming next cannot be reversed or delayed anymore. You may feel an unusual stillness mixed with anticipation, as if time itself is holding its breath. That sensation is real. It happens only when something decisive is about to land. Something huge is waiting for you. The good news you are about to receive carries permanence. It is not temporary excitement or empty reassurance. It changes how the future is shaped from this point forward. This is the kind of message that makes you sit quietly afterward, replaying the words, realizing that life has subtly but completely shifted in your favor. What makes this moment intense is that it answers a question you never fully voiced. A private fear. A silent hope. A late-night thought you pushed away. This news touches that exact place. That is why it feels emotional before it feels logical. Your soul recognizes fulfillment before your mind catches up. The person delivering this message has crossed an emotional threshold. They are no longer uncertain, no longer divided. They know what they want, and they know where you stand in that truth. This clarity brings courage, and that courage brings action. You are not being chosen impulsively. You are being chosen deliberately. As this unfolds, notice how your confidence stabilizes. You no longer feel the need to chase, prove, or wait anxiously. Something inside you settles. That calm is confirmation. When alignment happens, peace replaces tension. When truth arrives, resistance disappears. This is the moment where trust is rewarded. Not blind trust, but patient trust. The kind you carried quietly even when evidence was thin. That trust was seen. It was honored. And now it returns to you as certainty, relief, and forward motion. Something huge is waiting for you. Receive this with gratitude and grounded strength. Let the news arrive without fear of losing it. What is meant for you does not tease, it stays. You are stepping into a chapter that does not require guessing anymore. Amen. My beloved child, now the energy becomes unmistakable, because this is the stage where confirmation replaces imagination. What once lived only in hope is about to step into reality. You may notice your patience thinning, not from frustration, but from readiness. That is the sign. When the soul is prepared, waiting feels different. Something huge is waiting for you. This good news carries truth that settles deeply, not excitement that fades quickly. It grounds you. It makes you feel secure in a way you haven't felt for a long time. The moment you hear it, a quiet voice inside you will say, "This explains everything." The confusion, the emotional distance, the strange pauses, all of it will finally make sense. What matters now is how intentionally this message reaches you. It is not rushed. It is not careless. The person bringing it understands its value and your value. They know these words hold weight, and they choose the timing carefully because they want you to receive it fully, not defensively, not emotionally overwhelmed, but open. As this truth lands, something shifts in how you see yourself. You stop questioning whether you mattered. You stop replaying old moments for hidden meanings. Clarity replaces overthinking. Confidence replaces anxiety. This is not because circumstances changed randomly, but because alignment has been completed. There is also a deeper layer here. This news carries reassurance. It tells you that you were never forgotten, never overlooked, never replaced. You were part of the plan even during silence. You were considered even during distance. That realization alone restores power you didn't realize you had lost. Stay present in this moment, because when the message arrives, your reaction matters less than your reception. Let it enter calmly. Let it anchor itself. You do not need to rush forward or look back anymore. You are standing exactly where you need to be. Receive this with steady faith and quiet strength. What is unfolding now is stable, intentional, and meant to stay. You are stepping into certainty after uncertainty, truth after doubt, peace after waiting. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. My beloved child, This is the moment where the unseen becomes undeniable, because the final resistance has dissolved. What was once delayed by timing is now accelerated by truth. You may feel a sudden clarity, a sharp inner calm, as if something has clicked into place without explanation. That click is alignment locking in. Something huge is waiting for you. The good news arriving now carries authority. It doesn't ask for permission from doubt, and it doesn't negotiate with fear. It arrives clean, direct, and certain. When you hear it, there will be no confusion about what it means. It draws a clear line between the past and what begins now, and that line cannot be crossed again. This message validates your endurance. It proves that staying steady mattered, that not reacting impulsively protected you, and that silence was not emptiness but preparation. You were being shaped into someone who could receive this without losing balance. That is why it comes now, when your strength matches the blessing. There is a powerful emotional release tied to this moment. Not chaos, not overwhelm, but relief. The kind that makes your shoulders drop and your breathing slow. You will realize that the weight you carried quietly is no longer yours to hold. The outcome has taken responsibility for itself. What unfolds next feels natural, not forced. Conversations flow. Decisions feel lighter. You stop asking what if and start saying this is happening. That shift is irreversible. When certainty arrives, it doesn't leave room for second guessing. It settles in and stays. Remember this clearly, this good news does not arrive to test you, but to reward alignment. It confirms that you are supported, seen, and positioned correctly. You did not miss your moment. Your moment waited for you. Receive this fully and without fear. Let gratitude replace tension. Let peace replace anticipation. What was promised is fulfilled, and what begins now carries stability, clarity, and forward motion. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. My beloved child, now the moment settles into truth, because what has arrived is no longer anticipation but reality. You may notice a deep calm spreading through you, the kind that doesn't need validation. This calm is proof that the message you receive is aligned with your highest good. Nothing about it feels rushed or forced. Something huge is waiting for you. This good news does something rare. It quiets your mind instead of overstimulating it. It brings certainty where noise once lived. You will realize that you no longer need to search for signs, because the answer stands clearly in front of you. The journey from questioning to knowing is complete. What makes this powerful is its simplicity. There is no drama attached, no confusion, no mixed signals. The truth arrives clean and direct, because that is how real alignment communicates. When something is meant for you, it does not compete for attention. It commands understanding. You will also notice a shift in how others respond to you. Respect becomes natural. Energy balances itself. You no longer feel the urge to explain your worth or defend your choices. This news recalibrates how you are seen, because it confirms how you should be valued. This is the point where gratitude deepens. Not loud celebration, but quiet appreciation. You understand now that every delay refined you, every silence strengthened you, and every doubt sharpened your awareness. Nothing was wasted. Everything prepared you for this exact outcome. Stay grounded as this unfolds. Let the reality integrate slowly. You do not need to rush into action. Stability is built by allowing truth to settle fully before moving forward. This chapter opens with clarity, not chaos. Receive this with humility and confidence. You are walking into a phase that does not require chasing, proving, or waiting anymore. What is meant for you has arrived with certainty and peace. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. My beloved child, this is where the transformation completes itself, because the waiting no longer defines you. The moment you have stepped into now is built on acceptance, not tension. You are no longer leaning forward anxiously or looking back with regret. You are standing firmly in the present, and that presence holds power. Something huge is waiting for you. This good news does not demand celebration to prove its value. Its strength lies in how deeply it settles within you. It changes your internal posture. You move differently, think differently, and respond differently because you are no longer operating from uncertainty. Certainty has replaced the question marks that once followed you. What arrives now is trust restored. Trust in timing. Trust in yourself. Trust in the connection that carried meaning even during silence. You finally understand that what is aligned does not rush, and what is real does not disappear. This understanding becomes a foundation you will stand on moving forward. You may notice that old triggers lose their power. Situations that once stirred anxiety now pass without impact. That is growth made visible. When truth enters your life, it naturally pushes out fear. You are not becoming harder, you are becoming clearer. This phase invites you to honor yourself. Honor your patience. Honor your emotional discipline. Honor the strength it took to remain open without becoming bitter. The good news confirms that your approach protected you, not cost you. That is wisdom earned, not luck received. As this chapter stabilizes, momentum begins to build naturally. Not through pressure, but through alignment. You no longer force outcomes. You allow them. That shift alone changes everything that follows. Receive this with steady gratitude and quiet confidence. You are no longer preparing for what is coming. You are living inside it now. What was once promised has integrated into your reality. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. My beloved child, this is the stage where fulfillment settles into permanence, because what you have entered is not a moment, but a state. The feeling you carry now is not excitement that fades overnight.